That would have been really funny.
That would have been annoying. Very, very annoying.
Alright, here we go. Game number 2. Looks like the map is Circuit Breakers. That is Sziky's choice.
Cool map, actually. Very cool map.
Yeah, I really like it too. I hope it actually does end up being the replacement for Fighting Spirit, because Fighting Spirit's actually getting kind of boring.
Oh god, yes, so boring. I mean, 100% predictable as well.
Yeah. And Circuit Breakers
really
is like a lot more interesting features, interesting architecture.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Circuit Breakers, guys, we're doing it right now. We're changing the metagame. If you're listening to the stream, go and start playing Circuit Breakers instead of Fighting Spirit.
And if I see anyone in this stream creating 1v1 FS, then I will just feel like I'll rage at you quite badly.
Well, I already laid down the law, which is like I'm gonna host a tournament, which is like loser picks any map, but if you pick Python, you're automatically disqualified. I think that would be like a really awesome tournament.
Yeah, I like that. I very much like that. Python, man. Oh god, let's all get over Python.
Dude, because somebody picked that map in the Clown War today between the Foreigner All-Star team and Minus.
Seriously?
They played Python in game 2, and I was like, what? Are you Forella? Are you kidding me?
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. So anyway, we do have a 9-drone scout from Sziky, gonna play extra safe. I wonder if he's gonna scout for a BBS. Because he's thinking, like, Lossilohi is up 1-0, man. He might try something silly. If I was Lossilohi, I'd try something silly. I mean, it's Sziky, man.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, in that game, you don't get 2 games like that in a row. You don't get 2 games where you just absolutely destroy Sziky with a cheeky strategy twice.
Indeed.
It just doesn't really happen, so you're just going to try and finish this early, maybe. And Sziky thinks so too, and that drone heads out just a little bit early. And the second one heading out now to lay down the expansion. So maybe a little bit more confident than we give him credit for, Mr. Sziky.
Yeah, well, I guess he didn't want to get 8 racks or something, just being very safe with this early drone scout with a 12 hatch behind. Unfortunately for him, he's not going to scout the Terran. Or he's going to scout the Terran last, so it didn't really pay off.
Not at all. Never mind.
Anyways, looks like we do have a 1 racks expand from Lossilohi. Gonna play very standard. No more 2 porting for him. Gonna try and play a straight up game against Sziky, and I would be quite terrified to do something like that.
Yeah, it definitely shows that he's got the guts to be playing this game. Let's see if he's got the mechanics to match it, because Sziky's scary. I've played him myself on ladder, which was a deeply unfortunate moment because he joins my game and I'm just like, ugh, do I really want to play this guy?
Dude,
and
I had to play the show match against him for ISL 2, man. Don't even get me started, okay? I lost to Masslings on Monty Hall. Like, that doesn't even make sense. There's like mineral walls, man. There's mineral walls, and I lost to Massling. I don't even know.
I'm not even going to ask how you achieved that, but yeah, I just knew it was a loss heading straight down on my record, and I was not wrong.
Okay, so we have the expansion, but like, dude, if you watch the stream of that, it's like I saw it happening and I just couldn't believe it. I was like, this can't be real life. I cannot be losing to Masslings on Monty Hall. That's just all right. Anyway,
bad times.
It's Sziky. It's fine.
It is indeed. Sziky, who is going for the lair at the standard timing, nice and early, so you're probably going to be laying down the spire.
Yep.
And transitioning into a pretty normal kind of mid game, but it's Lossilohi who we really want to be watching right now. Sziky, we know what to expect from him at this stage. Lossilohi, after last game, a bit more on the edge of our seats, and he's of course chosen a completely different path from last time, so probably looking a little bit more standard here. But don't count him out of doing something crazy just yet, because it could still happen. A few Lings actually moving into the natural now, but 4 Marines and a few SCVs are going to easily see them gone. Might manage to snipe off the SCV building the command center here. No, it looks like that will be okay.
Yep.
Just blocking nicely.
I like this depot, by the way. He's like kind of making a half a wall, but oh no, 3 Lings are actually going to run to the base here. They're going to see the fast gas. They're going to see the fast +1. Wait, what? That's an academy. Okay, I thought this was a fast +1 build from Lossilohi, but he's actually just gotten an academy. I'm not really sure about that. So I'm actually confused by what he's doing now. Meanwhile, as you say, Sziky is doing the pretty standard 2H Muta build, going to show off his impressive Mutamicro skills. It looks like the Lings in the base actually did snipe off the SCV that was building in the academy, but Lossilohi has resumed that. And I wonder if Sziky's as confused as I am, because that was quite a fast gas for just a 2-racks academy build.
Yeah, very, very fast gas. I mean, I was thoroughly expecting Lossilohi to go for something a little bit more out there. And then he turns around with this stuff. Just dead confusing. His plan will of course become clear to us relatively soon. Looks like he may lose another SCV, making up the Academy. That's an expensive Academy right now. Losing 2 SCVs and a third as well. Slightly careless play from him there. I think his SCVs not looking too strong on the mineral lines as it is, but he really needs to be preserving those guys a little bit better. Engineering bait now goes down, but that's really pretty normal time.
Now, Sziky has made, looks like 8 more speedlings moving out here, but I mean, there's quite a few Marines and there's an SCV blocking. Lossilohi can even make like an emergency bunker there between the depot and the command center, and they'll be very nicely positioned. But it looks like Sziky's just going to go in and probably just try and reduce the Marine count so that when his mutas get there, they'll be even more effective. Perhaps even pick off some turrets. And it seems that Lossilohi actually just... Does he not realize that it's 2H muta? Okay, his engineering base just finishing up now. It's going to be really close. The turret timing... And I don't know. Okay, looks like Sziky lost a couple of lings there, but these mutas are already in production. The mutas have started. The engineering base just finished now. He needs to start the turrets pretty soon here if he wants to get them up in time. It looks like he is starting a bunker at his natural.
Yeah, needs to be starting those turrets right now. Those lings are making life a little bit hard, and I think that's exactly what Sziky's thinking with those lings. But still no turrets started in the main either. Lossilohi cutting it fine is one thing, but this is quite another. Those turrets probably might be actually sniped off by these Zerglings. It looks like they are getting a couple more SCV kills, but the turrets are going to be absolutely fine for the moment. But very, very late. The mutas are already coming in, and what has Lossilohi got to defend this? He's got some Marines, and it looks like 1 or 2 turrets will be up in his natural as well, but at his main, looking very, very undefended.
Yeah, that was a really nice ling harass from Sziky, but I think the turrets will kind of get up in time. Sziky had to pause a little bit to regroup his mutas, but he's moving in here now. The Marines do have stim, but no range. That is what happens when you face a 2-hatch muta build. Meanwhile, looks like a drone heading to the bottom left to take a 3rd base for Sziky, but wow, these turrets, man, they're just so close. But Sziky pausing quite a while here, just waiting for more mutas. I don't understand. He didn't seem to just go immediately, so he kind of missed a bit of an opportunity there. Perhaps he just assumed that the turrets would be done in the main or something, I don't know.
Well, it's weird. It wouldn't have been too hard for him to go and have a little bit of a look in. Laying down his 3rd base now at the normal bottom left location, and trying a little bit of mutant micromanagement to pick off one of the turrets. That will give him a little bit of a window with which to have a go at some SCVs. Lossilohi picking up the CC by mistake. That's a really pretty frustrating error, and all the SCVs are just tricking out on the gas now, so he's lost so much mining time right there. Straight away.
What just happened?
I really couldn't tell you what just went down there. The mutant's going to be able to micro in and out of the supply depot, and actually getting some nice hits on these Marines, which are actually split off from the group, so good little bit of micro there from Sziky, looking a lot more on top of this game than the last one, and Lossilohi making some pretty bizarre decisions / errors so far. We'll see what more he comes up with.
Man, I don't know what's going on. Like, is it nerves? Is he just panicking because there's like Sziky mutas over his base or something? Because that was just... Oh man.
That command center is genuinely tickling me. I can't
yeah.
I can't quite get past that, and how all the SCVs then went crazy and started stacking up. Oh, gotta take a minute for myself there.
Anyway, Sziky has taken his 3rd now at the bottom left main, and he does have +1 almost finished for his mutas, so really going to be aggressive with these. But I mean, he's getting lurkers as well, getting a Queen's Nest, so he's not going all in with the mutas or anything like that. But he does plan to keep harassing for a bit here. +1 should be done pretty soon. Looks like it's 95% finished. And the mutas still flying around, but there's 3 turrets there defending the production facilities. I wonder, do you think there's enough space to put a 2nd row of barracks between the turrets and the existing barracks?
Yeah, I think there is just enough space, enough for 1 row, which kind of works out because Marines are pretty tiny anyway, so they can make their way through those barracks and get out that way.
Yeah,
so yeah, pretty sure.
Nice, quite nice turret placement in that case. Wait, what did those Marines just shoot?
I think they were shooting at the Were they shooting at the mutas?
There was no muta there, and they suddenly shot something. I'm not really sure what just happened.
Huh.
Man, Lossilohi, Napoleon is really trying to confuse us in this game.
Yeah, well, he's succeeding. I mean, it's rarely since I've been this confused by watching a standard match. It's really, really very weird. Sziky just trying to do the micro, get in and out with those mutas a bit more, but there are enough Marines now really to see this number of mutas away. He's going to try and persist, it looks like, a little bit, but not trying to pressure it too hard. Lurkers are now on the way out, so it's pretty much transitioning to the next stage of the game already. Still producing some mutalists, so he is, I guess, trying to keep these effective, and he will be able to pick out a couple more Marines in the natural here as well, if he feels like it.
Yeah, but +1 is done on these Marines, as well as on the Mutas, so
Yeah.
both going to do a lot of damage to each other here. I think it's a little bit better for the Marines, though. They're really going to tear through the Mutas, but here come the Lurkers in as well, and Lossilohi's got to be careful! Ugh. Oh man, he is building a second bunker there for the front, but he is basically kind of contained here in his base. And Sziky's on 3 gas. His hive should be done by now, I think. Yes, indeed, it is done. So Lossilohi really not in a nice position right now.
No, that's one hell of a lot of lurkers in his natural as well. That bunker is in a very nice position though, managing to snipe off 2 of the lurkers, and quite a lot of mutas went down there as well, trying to do the attack in with the lurkers as well. So Lossilohi doing a nice job of keeping himself safe there, trying to get rid of that missile turret so he can get that second gas up and start his gas units on the way.
Indeed, looks like
producing out
siege
siege tanks from one barracks.
Yep, siege mode has just finished as well, so he should bring that tank down and start sieging down these lurkers. And as you say, it looks like, he's going to go for the 2-star port SK Terran style, so he does in fact need that second gas. Meanwhile, it looks like we have a greater Spire from Sziky as well as the Defiler Mount, so going to continue to keep to make those mutas worthwhile, make that +1 worthwhile, and I think this is actually quite a good map. I mean, the natural here is kind of like on Fighting Spirit. You have like this wall thing behind it, and if Sziky just morphs some Guardians back there, it's going to be really annoying for Lossilohi to deal with that.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, maybe he will have predicted this was going to happen because he does see that the Mutisks, he's kept making more Mutisks, he's got the +1 weapons, he will have selected the Mutis at some point and seen that. So he might actually have an inkling that this is coming. Maybe not though, it's not all that predictable of a build. So we'll see how he responds to this. Starting to lay on a bit of pressure now, so pushing out, and Sziky just having to fall all the way back, taking a couple of lurkers to defend his third as well, very sensible by him. And he should be okay now because he has the Nidus Canal up. So Lossilohi is going to have an interesting time trying to make this push really get anywhere.
Yeah, especially since he only has 3 barracks pumping right now. That concerns me a little bit. He is adding 1 more now, but he needs like 5 or 6 barracks, I think. But he does have 7 Guardians now morphing behind his natural. They are almost finished, and he has nothing to deal with this. I don't even see the first vessel yet. Where's the first vessel? The first vessel is just now coming out. I mean, he's not going to have enough irradiates, and he's just going to have to make a couple of raids here to deal with these, I think.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
but it's going to be really difficult.
Yeah, Sziky going to take the 4th base here at the bottom left natural. And the Guardians are finished. Here we go. Lossilohi, what is he going to do? He's pulled all the SCVs.
Yeah, completely unenviable position right now for him. I mean, he's pretty low on options, to be quite honest. It looks like he is producing a couple of wraiths, as you said. I'm not sure if, I thought he cancelled the science vessel for a minute. I was just thinking that's an absolutely crazy move. But at the same time, does decide to do a bit of a push out across the map. I guess that's really all he can do at this stage. Until he can clear out those Guardians. Try and do some damage to the Zerg. He's going to be able to siege up outside these bridges here. But there are Defilers out already. If he lays down the Dark Swarm, he will already be able to push this back. Might be able to take out a siege tank as well. The Lurk is pushing out now. They're going to burrow down, and these siege tanks might go down already. 1 Guardian there to help things out. So Sziky, what a fantastic job he's done of just pushing that, taking that push away right away. Very effective. At the same time, decimating the natural of Lossilohi. And this is a lot more what I expected to see from Sziky as opposed to that last bizarre one-sided game.
Indeed. But it looks like Lossilohi's changed his mind. He's going to go attack the bottom left. Now, there are 2 lurkers at the top of the ramp. If that vessel... it doesn't have enough energy, so if it irradiates one of those, he will actually be able to run up the ramp. 1 lurker will not be enough to stop the run-up. And meanwhile, it looks like the Guardians at the natural have been cleaned up by these 2 wraiths. So Lossilohi... he's trying to fight his way back, but Sziky actually taking the top left main as his 4th rather than the natural at the bottom left as I originally thought. So taking the far away main, gonna connect up with the Nidus Canal, and there's the vessel. It's not irradiating. Okay, there's an irradiate on the back lurker, but the Defiler and Lings are already out. So yeah, that break is not gonna happen. And looks like Dark Swarm goes down. Lossilohi's not paying attention actually, but the Swarm is a little bit too far back. So Sziky can actually attack with those things, just positioning them in the back. And interestingly, Sziky's bunny is actually going a little bit high right now. Uncharacteristic. Of him. However, he is making an Ultralisk Cavern, so we can clearly say that it's not bad macro. He's just saving for Ultralisks.
Yeah, definitely. The +1 armor, the +1 weapons already finished now for Lossilohi at the other side of things. So he's actually no, excuse me. He's only just started his +1 siege tank weapons, so that's actually going to be a little bit slow, and his pushes will be that bit less effective for him. And mining off Really very few SCVs really at his natural, only just transferring a good number out there, so I don't really fancy his chances right now. Sziky taking up lots of places, but it looks like Lossilohi decides to push into the bottom left base, and this could be successful. The Defiler coming in through the Nidus Canal, but getting irradiated. He needs to get the Dark Swarm down right away. Nice plague happening there on these Marines, and that is going to be enough to push them back. The Defiler does explode, and a weird little bit of a truce happening on the ramp right now between these Zerglings and Marines. But back they go. Turned away yet again.
Indeed, and look at Lossilohi's money. See, this is what I'm talking about. He's still only on 4 barracks, so his money's getting quite high. I mean, okay, looks like he has built a command center now at his men are only, but really, when you're going SK Terran, man, you make 2 ports vessels, and you just make a ton of Marines. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. But anyway, looks like Sziky gonna clean up these forces at the bottom left. And Lossilohi now has basically 0 map presence. Once these forces go down, the vessel also getting taken out there. Yeah, I don't know why Lossilohi didn't build a couple more barracks there. Anyway, looks like Sziky, his ultra armor upgrade is almost done there. Looks like that is 2 or +1 melee attack and +2 carapace almost finished in those evolution chambers.
Yeah, Lossilohi having to pump science vessels pretty fast here. Managing to lose 1 with that small strike force down the bottom left-hand corner. I was amazed how much damage those Marines did in their last stand, actually taking a lot of Zerglings, but of course Zerglings don't really matter for a Zerg. That top left-hand base is now well established with a Nidus Canal, so that'll probably be able to look after itself quite well at this stage. And the third base now happening for Lossilohi at the mineral only, just to make it a little bit more defensible. But still, I don't really know if he's got the units to defend that, if Sziky really sets his mind to try and kill it, but we'll see how that goes. Some more Guardians moving in over the natural as well.
Yeah, and Lossilohi's pushing out with like a control group and a half of units. I don't know what he hopes to accomplish with that. Okay, he's moving back now, but that was like really weird. I thought for a second he's just gonna go attack with that. I was like, not really enough units.
Scourge.
And it looks like the Guardians are gonna get taken out quite easily. Lossilohi did keep his Wraiths from before. Those guys have done quite well, but here comes the Scourge to take them out. The last Guardian will go down, but so will the Wraiths.
Maybe.
Oh, gets it.
Yeah, goodbye for the Wraiths. And there are some dropships heading out now for Lossilohi. That's actually a pretty good move, because as Terran, what do you do when you're behind? Make dropships, land some stuff in the opponent's base. So that's a pretty good call from him. That could be quite effective, though. We do see a couple of Defilers out at the bottom, 3 Defilers out, excuse me, at the bottom of the ramp. So Sziky probably able to defend this with the Nidus Canal as well. Should be able to make relatively light work of it.
Yeah,
but still, that's a lot of Marines and medics. Look at that.
Yeah, there's only 2 Lings there. I mean, Defilers are really good, but if you don't have the units there to help them out, you know, that's a little bit. I mean, he might have just eat a Defiler. No, Plague-o! Oh, nice Plague-o on those units. He even gets the hatchery. The hatchery has been plagued, and there are the reinforcements coming, as you said, cleaning this up quite easily. But making the hatchery nice and colorful. I think he's just in a festive mood, you know, wants to do some of the Christmas colors. He'll probably get a Queen for Ensnare later.
Oh yeah, why wouldn't he be in a festive mood? He's doing quite well in this game. Now sitting on 5 bases, he'll probably bump up the economy at his top left just a little bit. Yeah, producing some more drones up now. So yeah, every reason to be festive right now for Sziky. Looking in a quite commanding position in this match. A few vultures in the middle managing to take out a fair number of Zerglings, well, a lot of Zerglings, but getting taken down themselves eventually. And a nice mine going off, doing a lot of damage to these lurkers. Those Zerglings need to do a bit of a better job of mine clearing. That Defiler might go down as well to a mine. Oh, how did that even happen? The Zergling dragging a mine away instead.
That Zergling jumped the grenade, man. He is a hero, Zergling. Ah, Plague-o! It doesn't quite get that many units, but a nice attempt. He actually just 2 pixels higher, he would have got a ton of units. But yeah, I mean, Lossilohi has made kind of like the mid-game mech switch. He's making a lot of vultures now. He's got 3 factories. But it just feels a little bit too late here. I mean, Sziky, as you said, has got the 5 bases going. He's got complete map control. If you just look at the mini-map, Lossilohi's just kind of stuck on the top right here. He's got no units out and about. And was that another Plague I heard? Oh, looks like another Plague on a couple of vessels and a bunker. Sziky just being annoying with his Defiler. It kind of reminds me of how, like, sometimes in PvP, if you kind of contain the other Protoss outside his natural, you can randomly send in Templars and just be obnoxious and storm his army.
Oh, I love doing that. That is such a fantastic feeling when you know you're in that position. The bunker is actually played, so that's going to go down so easily to the Ultimate. And Sziky thinks now is the time to end it. He may in fact be right. There is not too much stuff in the natural for Lossilohi, and a swarm will get laid down as well. Lurk is tanking a few mine hits. Oh, the mine's doing so much damage and the Zerg army getting destroyed, but along with the Terran army as well. It looks like Sziky does have the stuff. He's just pushing on like crazy into Lossilohi's natural, sending some lings up to the third as well if they would stop being AFK. That bunker being mass repaired though, and that is the last bastion of hope between Lossilohi and certain death right now.
Yeah, but a hero Zergling actually somehow got all the way up onto the top of the cliff and killed that sea shank on the cliff, so that was quite funny. And it looks like, oh my god, Lossilohi making a huge mistake. He tried to do the unload stim and load back into the bunker, but 3 of his Marines just didn't get back in the bunker and just got killed by the Cracklings. Oh man, terrible mistake there for Lossilohi, but it looks like it doesn't matter. So many Cracklings pouring in for Sziky. Lossilohi on the ropes here, and an apostrophe.
Apostrophe!
Yes. The new
It's
GG. Lossilohi, he's metagaming like manners right now. People will no longer GG, soon it'll just be like single quote, double quote, apostrophe. It's random punctuation.
Yeah. That's the future, guys. That's the future.
Heard it here first. We're trendsetters, man. We're trendsetters. We're like those fashion magazines. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, you know it.
Alright, so let us go to game 3. Alright, we are in game number 3 on alternative. I'm in C/1.
It says the password is incorrect.
Oh, I did my random password.
Oh.
My capital L or capital I's and lowercase L's. Oh wait, no, I hosted the wrong map. Ah! Curse you, Brood War gods. I don't even... Okay, we're good now. So yeah, I see a lot of people asking who you are. Would you like to introduce yourself, Elegant?
I would love to introduce myself. I am Elegant AOV. I am a fellow caster for Sayle, and he has kindly allowed me to cast on his stream today as he is feeling a little bit off colour, so I'm going to be his assistant caster, pointing out all that good stuff. I have a stream of my own, but I'm not going to plug that on Sayle's stream because that would be really pretty BM.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. You're helping me out today. Plug it by all means.
Alright. You'll see me occasionally turn up in the sidebar listed as Imbatos, which is like my old name. If you see that coming up, then feel free to click on it, and I will be casting some good things.